neither one of us really know how to do that. Like, okay. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I'm a channeler. I could probably pull it off.
Right. And I could do psychometry with my lip gloss.
Yes.
Psychometry with lip gloss.
Where did this lip gloss come from?
My mom used to do psychometry.
Yeah.
She really did. She could take somebody's ring.
Your mom did?
Yeah, my mom.
Yeah.
So my mom was one of these like woo-woo, and she would go with her crystals, and she'd go to these events, and she'd set up her little psychic table. My mother. There's Kathy Small.
Kathy Small. What's up, girlfriend?
If you're here with me and Kyra, say hi. Say hi
to me. Hi to me.
Yes, Kathy Small. So Kathy Small, I'm revealing your secret. She makes the most amazing chocolate salted caramel bars that literally, first of all, they're gluten-free. So, that's dangerous. But they literally melt in your mouth. Like I've never had something just like
Kathy. Why haven't you? What's going on here, girlfriend?
She brought
how did Liz Dawn get them?
So we had this.
I didn't get them.
You were there at the jewelry crystal event that we did, and she brought them for Tara.
Oh, yeah.
And I absconded them from Tara. I was like,
Liz running away with chocolate.
Give me those. It was like this orgasmic thing. But I happen to love caramel. Okay, who else do we have here? Shawanda. Oh my God, Shawanda, you have to come to Scottsdale.
Please come.
Come to the CYL event. And we've got Roz Brooks. Roz. Send our love to Anita. Oh, and we've got Rachel. She's in the middle of Gardner Lake. So here's a funny story about Rachel. It turns out that she lives very close to the site. You just hit your mute sign. She lives very close to where I grew up and went to camp in Connecticut.
Okay. Rachel Elizabeth?
Yeah, but nobody's heard of Gardner Lake. Like it's not like that anyone in the world who's ever, except for the people I went to camp with. Yeah. So yeah, Shawanda, we miss you. And Delora is here.
Yay, Delora's coming. Delora's coming. She picked my breakout. Yay!
And Lori Ann is here from Oklahoma, where the wind
comes streaming down the plain and the wind to it. Yep.
Those are the words that I know. And we have Shauna here, the animal communicator. Shauna. Okay, so ladies, gentlemen, and they, today I have with us the amazing, the fabulous, the CEO and co-founder and director of As You Wish, the renowned company As You Wish Publishing, the fabulous hypnotherapy teacher, instructor, certification leader, amazing trauma healer, right here, Kyra Schaefer.
Hi, everybody.
Let's hear it for Kyra Schaefer.
You have fun.
Yes, put a yes in the comments for Kyra.
Yes.
Yes for Kyra. So, okay, before we lose all of you, I'm going to say this right now. If you haven't been in one of As You Wish Publishing's collaborative books, you have to do that. I'm starting right out of the bat here. So she is one of the only publishers out there who is doing collaboration projects in an effort to get writers seen and heard without having to do a full book.
Yes.
This gets your feet wet, people.
Yeah.
This is what this does. And she's got a project coming up, and I want to share about it right now. Actually, I'm going to share the screen. Can I share the screen? So I'm jumping into this right now. Yes. Shawanda.
Yes.
Kyra is the one who can help you with this, because I said so. Hold on. Share. Here we go. She can help you with this because what being a part, because I've been a part of a book and I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it because it was so much fun being able to tell my story, share my stories with the teachings that I feel like I have to offer. I hope I have something to offer, and then actually put it out there. It was my first time ever being published. Actually, my only time being published.
Yet.
In a book. So it was really thrilling. And I loved being a part of it. So the next project coming up, it is called Be Bold. You Were Never Meant to Fit In.
Yes.
I have to tell you, I might sit down and write a chapter because and jump in and maybe contribute because it's how many of us ever fit in? None of us fit in with our spiritual woo-woo intuitive stuff going on at a young age. And
You were
you're
probably the one in your family that people go, I don't know, what has hurt you?
Exactly.
What's going on there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to switch over to this really quickly. I don't know if you can all see my thing, what I'm doing here, but maybe not. I just want to make sure that my screen is showing up properly. Can
Yes,
you
it
see
is.
the website?
Yep.
Okay. But if I flip around, you see something else, right?
Yes.
You see the Facebook page. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So if you go to asyouwishpublishing.com/collaboration, it will explain everything to you because we understand that you've got a story to share. You absolutely have a story to share. And it's super important that now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
I kind of think like now is the time to get your message out there, to get your information out there. And what Kyra does, it's not just, oh, you just kind of throw in your story. It's also teaching moments. And there's 3 different levels in which you can participate in this book.
Right.
And I know the 3rd level, I'm going to be teaching a speaker's class in the 3rd level.
Actually, the 2nd level, silver.
2nd level. 2nd and 3rd level?
And 3rd level. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be teaching a speaker's class and I'm going to take tons of questions and talk about how to present yourself on stage, how to put yourself out there as a speaker, as a healer, as a light worker. Mm-hmm. So I know you've only got a few spots left. We haven't even talked about it and you've only got a few spots left.
Yes.
So
yes.
You have to go there and read all the information and grab it. All right. So now I'll shut up and let you talk about it.
Well, I think, it was kind of interesting. I was thinking to myself, I was like, who is this? Who's this person that I, who do they see themselves as? Because I was thinking about that subtitle, You Were Never Meant to Fit In. And I just kind of started considering it and thinking about it. And this is kind of what I came up with. It's kind of like you care more deeply than most about things that matter to a few, but those few matter more than anyone realizes. Right?
I love that.
I know. Yeah. You sense the discomfort in others and desire to offer care. You are the unsung heroes of the world.
Sorry. Don't worry. I'm looking for a comment that, hold on. Go ahead and keep going.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. You're the unsung heroes of the world, holding up your energetic thread with the intention that love will be felt by all. You've defended some and held the hands of others when no one else would. You may not fit into those paradigms that were set up for you to follow. So you're probably pretty non-traditional. So just thinking about what kind of stories you could share that would help other people who read this be able to say, oh yeah, that's me. That's me too. Or I didn't think I had the courage to be able to do that, but these people did. And it wasn't easy for them. And it could be very mild. It could just be something like, moving away from your family. That's actually really huge when it comes to our psychology. It could be other things too, helping the homeless, helping the poor, helping people who need support and kindness and love and gentleness. So think about those kinds of things that you've just naturally that's just kind of your natural personality. It's just kind of who you are.
I know.
It's really a beautiful thing where you can express this and help other people see that they can do this too.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So Shawanda's super excited.
Yay! Shonda, she's the best.
Someone keeps saying, okay, this is what I was looking for. That's why you heard the Facebook, the video going off.
Yeah.
It says, I'm interested, but it's a Facebook user. Who is that?
Who are you?
Who is it? Oh, look who's here.
Who's here?
Tara, look what I have on. So, Tara, we were just talking about you and how I stole your chocolate caramels from Kathy Small. Oh, it's Tina.
Tina.
You have to take a look at the website, Tina. But absolutely, yes. I highly, highly, highly recommend being a part of a collaboration book because it really, really puts you in that energy of being able to then kind of do the jump off point. Because Kyra is such an amazing, she would never say this, but I'm going to say it. You know how there are things in life that you know you're damn good at? Like, I'm going to just claim it right now. I know I am damn good at putting events together. And that is my excellence, right?
Yeah.
Well, Kyra's excellence, she's got many of them actually. One is diffusing 17-year-olds from going off the rails. But
check out my Facebook page. You'll learn what I did.
But the other thing is that Kyra is an excellent, excellent businesswoman and marketing person. She is also excellent at understanding people's stories and a copywriter. So she has this innate ability, this innate skill to be able to put out beautiful products that people love and adore, that have teachings in them, that have great wisdom in them. And that is, then it becomes your calling card almost. You're a part of this book, and then it becomes your calling card. Look, I'm published in this book. I'm in this collaborative project. And what better way for the spiritual community to come together? I can't even talk.
Yeah.
To come together.
Yeah. They say, I've had people say it's like the Chicken Soup for the Soul books on steroids.
Yeah.
It's not, it's just so interesting. I'll show you an example. This is our most recent book, Own Your Awesome. And what we do for all of our books, and it's difficult to see, but what we do is let's see. Oh, here's
that's a great sense.
So we do, their chapters. Everybody gets their chapter. They get their bio image.
Oh, nice.
And their bio, their full like page bio. And that way they can put in all their contact information and how people can reach them and all that kind of stuff. And then we start out their chapters.
Oh, that kind of thing. Oh my God. Kyra.
So they're just really beautiful. And with the different packages, there's a lot more that folks are getting. Like for the silver package, we're going to put their bio image on the back cover. That's actually very, very powerful to be able to see the authors in the book too. With that silver package, of course, they're going to get the class, that's the speaking class with you and me. And we're going to just help them get clear about their message, what they want to put out there, how they want to present themselves. And then I have, like helpful discounts on books and, actually we give you like copies of books in addition to your order. There's just a lot of really good stuff in there. And man, I'm super excited. Yeah.
I tell you what's really wonderful is that it's not just you hand your manuscript and you get your book published, right?
Yeah.
You hand your information in and it's also teaching with it. So you get all this great information from Kyra. You get all this like ways to market yourself. It's not just, you're writing a story and it's in a book. It's community. You're putting it together with a group of like-minded people. And
we have brainstorming sessions. We also have some really cool, we're going to be doing for those upper levels. We're going to do a Facebook interviews, a panel discussion where for the gold, you're going to have your own individual expert interview with us. In front of our communities, our larger communities. I mean, there's just so much here that if you really want to start getting your name out there and you want to start being seen, we'll help you do that too. Not only that, but I've had four people who have done their own collaboration projects based on my model. And I don't have any secrets. I share it all with everybody who gets to be a part of these books with me. I just, if you have a question, I'm happy to answer it. And for them to then be able to publish, 100 for one book, like 28, 30 for another book, like it grows, it expands. And And to me, that's a bigger mission than just being like, yeah, I was in a
Right.
book. Yeah, there's a lot more to this. So
Right. And of course, then it's a jumping off point to write a solo book.
oh yeah.
So, okay, a commercial break here. Kathy Small, you can't bring chocolates and caramels for anybody else but me. They're talking about the chocolate caramels. Okay, fine, I'll share. And Tara Jack, we miss you.
Yes.
We need to do a Facebook Live with Tara Jack.
Yes, please.
We need to have a party. Yes, please, Tara. You can come in with us. Yes, please.
Very polite. I will do whatever I can to get what I want.
Yes. And if any of you have any questions,
and I want Tara.
Yes, we want Tara and Kathy. Do any of you have any questions about this process? Does anybody have any questions about how to even get started with this? Or do you want to give some tips, a few tips on what it takes to kind of get started in writing your story? Because that might be helpful.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just a topic. It's something. So when I was reading those, who you are type of things, something may have sparked right then.
Right.
But I would just always ask myself that question, what does not fitting in, but then also having my own tribe mean? We have our own tribe. We have our soul tribe. We have the people that we've chosen to have in our lives. And why did we make that choice? What was it in us that said, you know what, whatever the status quo is, I don't fit there. And I'm not going to try to kind of beat my head against a wall to fit into a place where I just don't belong. I can love them. And I'm loving them more by not trying to make them feel more comfortable with me being my different self, and in many cases, sometimes it's another way where they look at you and they go, ooh, she's happy, she's blissful, she's peaceful, she's at one with herself. Like, what is her secret? Like, what's going on there? And how is she so successful with this woo-woo stuff? Like, what's going on? And so you have sometimes, people asking those questions like, wait a minute, can I do this differently? Can I do this better? Can I, have that same level of love and success in my life? Can I have those empowered relationships? So then they start to become curious. And then it's like, oh, well, I've got a soul tribe here at Celebrate Your Life, or I have
Jewish publishing. Exactly.
Yeah, I have a group of people that love me, and I have attracted them into my life because I love myself more. So think a little bit. You can take it out and think it a little bit broader. You can think about your own personal relationships. You can think about in your coaching or counseling sessions with other people, what maybe have come up for them. Some exercises for self-acceptance and self-love and self-nurturing during the process of kind of busting out of your own cocoon. What kind of things came up for you? I think there's a lot to just getting clear. And that's why we do the brainstorming session. So you don't have to have the manuscript written yet.
It can be an organic. And that's something that Tara's asking here. She says, is there any advice on how to get out probably in writing how you feel? Like, how do you even begin writing that story?
Well, I think if you want to, you can do an outline, kind of what kinds of things would I want to read? That's, what I want to learn about if I was looking into something like this. What did I need at that time? I would say, whatever feelings or emotions that you currently have start listing the emotions and feelings that you currently have. And then find ways to link up with your own personal experience, either stories or interactions or whatever that might be. And then just start writing, because I think that that's the thing that catches a lot of writers up. They say, oh, I have all these feelings, or I have these things, or I have this going on, but I don't know how to get to paper. The answer is you have to start, just start writing. You start writing and you write as fast as you can for 2 minutes. And then you put your pen down and you leave it alone, walk away, and then come back later and see, well, was there any goodness in that one, or is it scrapped, and that's okay too. It's okay to scrap even your best ideas, because good ideas are always going to follow. Right. So it's really a valuable tool, just getting it out. You also might want to go back through your old journals, that's huge, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend, dragging somebody through the mud that you had a negative experience with. I think that doesn't necessarily.
Why not? I'm just kidding, you guys.
That doesn't necessarily come from a healed place, but what it does is it'll spark you, and then you'll go, oh yeah, that thing did happen. Oh man, that was really hard. What did I do? How did I get out of that? And what would I do differently? If I were to do it differently now, so having, you might already like, this is what I've said before. I say, you might already have your book written. They're in Facebook posts, Twitter posts. They're in conversations that you've had with best friends. They are in your journals. They're in elements of your childhood, that are just kind of waiting to come to the surface to be expressed. I mean, there's a lot of good opportunities. That I hope that helps.
It's so perfect, especially, for me, especially writing an outline is so helpful. And you just like write, number 1, number 2, just outline. And then under each of those items, then you get to go fill it in. Tara, I don't know if that helps you at all.
So another thing I like.
Yeah.
The other thing that I really like doing is a mind map. So if you're really one of those right brain creative types that aren't very kind of logical step by step, is you do the mind map bubble, you have your topic or your theme, and then you just start branching out all the different ideas. I like using markers and making it really bright and beautiful and drawing pictures of random stuff, like draw dogs and flowers, like just make it fun. It doesn't have to be hard, to do that. And so you can also just text to voice to text. You can do that kind of thing and just let out a stream of consciousness. It's just, there's so much, and you'll find once you get started, you're going to be like, oh, I can't stop. I'm in the middle of writing a book right now. And
yes,
I know.
And it's going to be ready for Celebrate Life Scottsdale, the end of October. Yeah!
I'm very, very excited because this is kind of my first by myself book on triggers and anxiety. And so I'm really, Liz, I have got 1 chapter left to write.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Kyra, that was really fast.
Yeah, but what I found.
Do you just sit down and just do stream of consciousness?
I did a mind map.
Yeah.
Did a mind map. Then I did an outline.
Yeah.
And then I put the outline all in a Word document. And then if whatever I was feeling at that time was, I was like, so I would pull up my Word document and I would be like, oh, I don't want to write about the first 3 chapters. I feel really drawn to write about this 4th chapter. This is something that I feel really I feel really confident about this particular chapter. So I'd write that one first, and then I would go back and write the other ones, and then I would go back and rewrite or add some things to the other ones. And so it was kind of like a process of allowing spirit to guide me through it, instead of me going, I have to do step 1 and I have to do step 2. And if I don't do it this way, because I would get stuck, I would procrastinate and it would just all fall apart. Right. So when people are writing their chapters, what I've found is that really can come up, is that they'll start to procrastinate it because they're not quite sure what they want to write. But what I found is if I get spirit on board with my project, which spirit is always on board with my project, always, that because spirit only wants for my happiness. What I found is that I naturally just let it flow out, instead of going, I have to make sure that this is said and that's said. And it just comes together so beautifully. And there's times where I'm writing, you might have experienced this too, and I'm sure our listeners probably have as well, is that you're writing and writing and writing and writing and writing, and you go back and you're looking like, wait a minute, what did I just write that? That is brilliant. What did I just write? That is
really damn good.
I'm going back and reading it now, and I'm like, I know that? Did I really know that?
I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh, that is great. The process, and is this your first solo book? Because you've partnered with Todd on a book.
Yes. And so what that looked like was he goes, you want to write a book together? And I said, sure. And he goes, okay, well, what would we write a book about? I said, I would probably write a book about the 10 things I would do differently if I was starting a hypnotherapy practice over again. And or what 10 things I would do if I were starting a hypnotherapy practice over again.
Oh,
And he
that's
said,
super interesting. Okay.
yeah. So then I was like, all right. And he was like, okay. And he said, just record yourself. So he and I just had a conversation, and he asked me questions as they kind of came up in conversation. And then he took that, he turned it into an MP3, put it into like Teamy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that transcribed it into words.
Right.
And then what he did was he took those words and then built the book around it. He has those kind of organizational skills that I don't really have, and so he was able to go in and assimilate, and that became Butts and Seats.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great way to do it, is to just to transcribe what you're saying and then look at the transcription and formulate it beautifully. Beautifully done.
Yeah. And it's interesting because our writing is a little bit different from how we talk. So, you want a good copy editor if you're going to do something like that.
Right.
But I think a lot of people like writing that is conversational. As they're reading, they want to hear that conversation in their head, because as a person reads, they're judging, evaluating, questioning, doing a lot of things, just like they do in a conversation. And, kind of what would they think about that? So I think probably everybody's done this. They're reading a page and they get to the end of it and they're like, what did I just read? And it's usually because they're in their head thinking about things. It's interesting. It's such a fascinating thing that I get to do, isn't it?
I know. Kathy just said she loves conversational reading.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's great. I love you, ladies. Muffin is waiting for me to go get some stuff in our new fridge. I'm so happy I had the opportunity to see you two and hear you. Tara, you tell Muffin we send our love. We send our love to you too. Bye, Tara. We'll talk later. We seriously have to have Tara on Facebook Live. She hasn't had an appearance in a long time. So this is really exciting. I just want to mention this again, that Kyra, the amazing co-founder, CEO, president, the big boss of As You Wish Publishing, has launched a new collaborative book project. This is a fantastic opportunity for those of you who've been wanting to get your work out there. You've been wanting to become a writer, to become an author, to become a published writer. This is a perfect way. This is that jumping off point. So the name of the book is Be Bold. You were never meant to fit in. It is so perfect. And here's the URL to find more out about the project. It's asyouwishpublishing.com/collaboration. So it's asyouwishpublishing.com/collaboration. And this is going to be a phenomenal project. I love the name of your book.
I do too. It was very inspired. And I was talking to Cynthia Stoneman, and she was reading the sub, and she was like, I fit in. And then she goes, oh, I fit in with the group that I've attracted now, but I did not fit in the beginning, And so it was like just that switch turns on when we go, wait a minute. Oh, can I help somebody else feel more welcome to themselves? Exactly. Can I help somebody else love themselves better, instead of saying, yeah, but I don't fit in over here and there must be something wrong with me? And it's not. There's nothing wrong with you. And so we can help people see that they can be loved and choose who gets to love them, and who they get to love.
Exactly.
See, I was a weirdo before weirdos were cool. Okay.
Me too, honey. I was such a dork.
I know.
So who gives a shit? How many of you were labeled dorks when you were younger, or odd, or different, or you never fit in? I want to see it in the comments.
Give me some likes. Give me some thumbs.
Yes. How many of you got that or felt that way? Because I know I didn't either. I never felt like I fit in. My mom certainly did not feel like she ever fit in, because she was brought up in this very conservative, New York Jewish environment, very conservative Judaism, and here she was with all these woo-woo spiritual beliefs, right? Exactly. We're getting, oh, we have I can't tell what that is, Karen. That looks like it's a not a peacock. What is the thing with penguin? Not a penguin. The little animals, the pink flamingo. That's what that looks like. A pink flamingo. The little animals. Exactly. Like who of us, fit in. So this is a beautiful, beautiful topic to write about. And doing a collaborative book, again, it's just a perfect jumping off point.
Yeah.
For those of you who want to be writers, you want to be a published author, this is the perfect experience for you. So go to asyouwishpublishing.com/collaboration. Read all the information about it. I don't think you have a lot of spaces left, do you?
I have about, I think I have 10, I think 15, 10 to 15.
10 to, okay.
Yeah.
So there's limited space for this book. It's
Yes.
not like it's going to be, a book that's massive. It's going to be a respectable size. So make sure and take a look at that. Anything else you want to share about the book?
I don't think so. I think if you feel called to this, you already know. A lot of times people are just kind of waiting till they're ready. I was joking with Todd the other day. We are in a Mercury retrograde, and so I honor that.
Okay.
I honor that. But you know what? We don't stop creating. We don't stop creating. We don't stop moving forward. We don't stop ourselves from, telling the world about who we are. And this is the beginning part. You're just signing up for it. You're not having to have it all written. And we also copy edit it for you. And we don't copy edit out your voice. We want to make sure that who you are shines through that manuscript. So, and then we have the other things that are happening that are going to be outside of the retrograde, interviews and brainstorming sessions and classes and, all that kind of stuff. So if you're waiting on the Mercury retrograde, I completely understand. And also there are people that are like, I don't care. I'm in it to win it, baby.
I spoke to a renowned astrologer yesterday.
Oh, I know, Molly.
Yes, Molly McCord. She and I did a Facebook Live, and she said about Mercury retrograde, you just want to do things a little bit slower.
Yes.
Just slow it down. So it's actually the perfect time to be doing this because she said that you just want to make sure if you're writing things, if you're signing contracts, if you're doing things like that, you just want to slow your energy down. It's not a matter of the world stops because Mercury is retrograde. And I loved hearing this. She said you can I say you can circumvent that energy. I know I can circumvent that energy of Mercury retrograde at any moment.
Of course.
It's free will.
And it's your master self. It's
exactly
really doesn't have much of an effect at all.
Exactly.
For me, it's a little bit, emotions tend to be a little bit higher.
Yes.
But that's kind of it. And it's all very interesting, to see what we allow ourselves to stop ourselves. And can we remove some of those blocks and say, you know what, it's okay. We're going to get through this. It's going to be fun. And you know what? When it comes to our community, they are the most open, loving, kind, and primarily introverted people you'll ever meet.
Introverted. I'm like the big extrovert here.
Except Liz Dawn. You're not required to, be a part of it. If you feel more comfortable just being kind of quietly working on things yourself, that's okay. At the same time, if you're wanting to be a part of a community that's nurturing, that's open, that's loving, and accepts you exactly the way that you are, this is the group. Just like with Celebrate Your Life, this is the group for you because you are walking into an energy that has been paved. It is there to support whatever it is that you've got going on. And I felt that immediately before I even started working the events at Celebrate Your Life. I was like, I've come home. I don't feel like an outcast. I don't feel like an outsider. I feel like I belong here. And I loved it as an attendee. I loved it. I was in tears, driving home thinking to myself, these are my people, and I think that from what I've noticed with all of our authors, that when they come into our community, they feel the same way, because it's like, Oh, I'm not, I do fit in somewhere, and this is my
Absolutely.
space. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. But once again, Kyra is putting together another one of her fabulous and amazing and best-selling book collaboration book projects. So if you want to be there, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to jump in and have your story out there, go ahead and go to the website, read through it. If it resonates for you, jump in and do it.
Yep.
That's what I say, jump in
We
and do it.
want you. We want
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. So again, it's asyouwishpublishing.com/collaboration. Again, or just go to asyouwishpublishing.com and it says collaborative books on there on the homepage. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us.
Love you.
Bye. And
Bye.
Kathy, you want chocolate caramels?
Kathy. Yay.